roll the introduction. Hey, what's going on everybody? So today I'm doing a new video, and today's video is going to be on going back to school and having a YouTube video and how to combine the two and be successful in both getting good grades and doing a YouTube channel. Let's get on to this video. So grab your pen and paper and take some notes, because I assure you these are helpful tips because I used them when I was in school and I got all A's. So yeah, not to like say you won't get all A's, but trust me, it's really hard to get A's, especially at college level. But anyway, let's get started. Here's how I did it. Here's my tips for you. If you're in elementary school or high school, this is a lot easier for you guys because your classes are scheduled during the day from like, I don't know, like let's say from like 7 in the morning you're at school to like 3 in the afternoon. So it's kind of like working a full-time job, but your schedule is somewhere in between that, and it's easier with our college. You could have a 7 a.m. class and a 5 p.m. class, so it's going to be a lot harder. But grab your pen and paper. Here's my tips. I'm going to give you some college tips as well, so let's get started. The first tip for you is to use a planner. I don't know how much I can express this. A planner is probably the one thing that got me through everything that I needed to do, from appointments with counselors to appointments with instructors to extra aids like help, to work, to YouTube, to just my normal classes. Everything had to be planned in a planner. So if I can find my planner by the end of this video, I'll show you. But I was very busy in school, and then they went on strike, and then I was like, yeah, goodbye. Anyways, so let's get started. So when you have a planner, you want to have everything timed out. So on your planner, you want to make sure there is a lot of room so that you can write out your time slots, or if you have a planner like the squares, you want to make sure there's enough room where you can add in everything you need to do without missing one thing. Planning out everything is a lot harder than it sounds, because you do have to make sure and have everything correctly inputted, else you're just going to screw up your whole day. So let's say you have a 7 a.m. appointment with, I don't know, a counselor. You have an 8 a.m. class, your class is 3 hours, so let's do 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 o'clock, you have your lunch break. Let's say lunch break is half an hour. You have another class at 11:30. So you go from there. So juggle your classes and be able to include your YouTube style into that as well. So when I was in school, I would use my lunch break to just kind of do extra schoolwork and just kind of get caught up, or if I missed a day or didn't understand something, I would use that to spend with my instructors and have them help me out to kind of be prepared for the next class. It's just my preference. I like to get that extra help. I didn't like to meet people. I like to interact with the professor and be very like focused or school driven, I guess you could say, and do everything that way. We just got an essay earlier this morning. It's due next week. I don't like to prolong everything. I like to do it once I get it. So I got my essay today, this morning. I'm going to do it tonight as my homework so that I can hand it in next week. But here's the tip for you. If you get an essay, you do it the same day, go back, see your instructor, get them to proofread it, and go over something so that when you go to hand it in, you can make sure and have your grade up to a higher expectation. So don't leave it till last minute. That's just my tip for you. It helps. I don't know, I'd like to be organized. I like to get good grades when I was in college, so it was easier for me, but it's all up to you. It's how you like to go with your school year. I know some people like to hang out with friends. I still did that, but not every single day. I was more school driven and work driven than to actually be hanging out with friends, going out to parties and all of that kind of stuff. Like, that's not my lifestyle. I like to go to work, I like to go to school, come home, and just repeat the whole day over again. So that's the first thing that I want to tell you. Grab a planner, use your planner wisely, and jot down everything you need to in a planner so that you can go to the next day, feel refreshed, and be able to have everything done the day before and not have to worry. Sometimes you'll go to a counselor appointment and they'll be like, oh yeah, your appointment was scheduled for today at 3 p.m. but we can't take you till tomorrow at 3 p.m. Can you come back? So you're like, well, tomorrow I'm kind of booked up. But then you look at your planner and you're like, yeah, I can fit that in. So yeah, so make sure you can balance your stuff out so that if a cancellation does happen, you want to make sure and have that time slot free and just keep going on with your day like that. My second tip for you is to do your YouTube stuff on the side, put school first. With that being said, as I said, school can be a lot more time consuming. It takes a lot of time. It's the majority of the time is your day. A lot of it you have to do during the day. You have scheduled classes. You have, if you're in elementary school, you have school during a scheduled time. Go with your schedule. If you don't go with your schedule and you skip a class of school and you film a YouTube video, your stuff is out there on the internet. So let's say you're called in sick on August 8th and you just uploaded a video on August 8th. Yes, your school is able to find you. I mean this by my fullest. If you post something on the internet, whether it's a Facebook status, a Twitter status, anything, like, your school will find it. And I've been in this situation where I posted something online, they'd still be able to find me and they'd still be able to know, like, hey, I thought you were sick today, or hey, I thought you were going into surgery today, why did you post a video? Like, make sure you're doing things proper and make sure you're not, like, putting out the lie, because it's gonna affect you in the long run. And if you keep doing that when you go to work, it's going to be a lot harder to keep your job and keep it going than to actually really, like, it's going to be hard to keep a steady job if you don't know how to keep a steady schedule while you're in school. I know that from experience, just because, like I said, I posted something online and my professor has asked me, like, I thought you were sick today, like, why are you out in the mall or something? So, like, yeah, it gets out there. Your parents will see it. Parents probably have professors, like, I don't know, it varies for everyone, but they are able to find out what you're doing at the exact same time. So with that being said, if you're home sick but you're not actually sick, you're getting bullied, or you just want the day off, just, if you want someone to talk to, links down below, send me an email. I'm here. I have nothing really to do with my life. I'm here to chit chat. We can talk. I know people that I've actually communicated with and gave them advice on how to get over, like, bullying per se while they're in school. So yeah, so anyways, my third tip is to keep your stuff in advance. I know this is kind of already going with what I said at first, but if you're gonna do YouTube, film your video on a day that you can. Let's say you have 3 hours in advance or 3 hours free and you have nothing to do. No matter where you are, you could film a video. I used to go and sit in classrooms and film videos because that's what I like to do. Like, I'd carry my perler beads to my class, my pegboard, and I would sit in a classroom and I would film a video. I didn't do any talking or anything. I just filmed, like, me making the design, you can still do it. You can edit it right there. Schools are amazing for doing things like this, and if you want to be really independent, they're there to help you and be independent. If this is like an outlet for you, it's something that the school will look to help you do. Yes, you're going to be monitored. I was monitored right up till I was in grade 12. You go to school, it happens, you're sitting in a teacher's classroom, maybe they have a class before you came in for lunch, or they have a class after your lunch. So yeah, so it all depends on you and what you expect. But if you're gonna go film a video, like, I don't know, like something inappropriate, don't do it at the school. Like, you can obviously get suspended for it. Your professor is going to be in the room no matter what. There's usually a professor, like my schools had teachers in the classrooms, or professors, like their designated home, basically outside home, was their classroom. So they use that room during their free time. During your spare time is their spare time as well. Keep in mind that they like quiet, they like to do their stuff, they like to mark assignments, like their homework and stuff, for the class before or after. So those are 3 tips for you. Juggle your schedule with wiseness and productivity, and have fun with it. If you have a day that you're free for 4 hours and you have nothing to do,
don't go and watch TV. Don't go and watch YouTube videos.
If you want to film a YouTube video, go and do it.
Be yourself.
It doesn't matter, like, if you have siblings home, maybe you can always edit it out. And trust me, it's a lot of work, but it'll work. You'll get through it. It's easy. If you want help, leave some comments below. I'll help you out. A 4th tip. Here's the scenario. You're getting ready to go to film a video. You set up your camera, you set up your props, you have everything out.
You're ready to film.
Your mom calls you and says, you need to come to the store with me. We need to go buy you some clothes for a photo shoot you're doing this weekend. You had no idea you're doing a photo shoot this weekend. Jot it down on your calendar, because trust me, it's gonna help you in the long run. Let's say 2 hours later. Come back, you still have an hour till your curfew or a bedtime, and you still have that time. Go shower, put PJs on, do what you have to do to get ready for bed. I changed tops to film videos. I showered earlier, and I film multiple videos on the same day. So I like to change my outfits, but I mean, you can also do it too. Make sure you are filming when you have that time. When it comes to editing, it can take up to like 5 minutes. You just throw it on the computer, cut some clips, edit in some titles, blah 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 blah. Do what you need to do. You can easily throw it together and upload it on the same day. It's good to have everything planned out ahead of time, so that when you do come up to this point and you're like, okay, I was supposed to film a video, oh my god, I need to upload it tomorrow. Like, what am I gonna do? Let's just put this in scenario. I'm filming on August 8th. I want to upload on August 14th. I'm going to film today, edit tomorrow, do my description, thumbnail, and upload the rest of the week before it comes up to next Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, my video will be public. So have everything scheduled and ready to go before you can upload your videos. It's gonna help you out. You don't have to worry about your video being late and being uploaded late, because everything you've done is already scheduled for the YouTube channel and everything is ready to go for YouTube. If you feel like you really want to film, then go ahead and film. Like, forget what your brother says, forget what your sister says. Like, do it for you and do it for your fans, like your subscribers and your viewers, because in the long run, it's only going to benefit you. If your brother says like, hey, why are you talking to yourself? Be like, hey, I'm filming a YouTube video, do you mind? Everything happens for a reason, and when you feel like you're gonna hit a goal, go for it. If you feel like hitting that 1,000 subscriber goal is going to happen, make it happen. And even if your parents are home and they're like, oh my god, my child's so weird, she talks to a camera all the time. Yeah, it's weird, but in the long run, it can become a job and something that you really, really like and something that you enjoy. It's an outlet for you. Enjoy it while you can, and until something really happens, like your computer shuts down, which is really frustrating for editing, or until your camera breaks, do it for you and then worry about everything else in the long run. But don't focus on YouTube first. Focus on school, on after school activities. Mind you, they're not very much important, but physical activity is and health is. Focus on that, focus on school, focus on maintaining those grades, and then decide to go to YouTube and start a YouTube channel and kind of guide yourself in to putting that in with your normal schedule, your daily schedule. I know it's very hard to maintain a daily schedule, having everything happen the same thing every week, but you can do it. Trust me on this. I've done it. I know you can do it. I ended up going to college and working and filming videos for my channel when I first started this account, and everything was very hectic. It was very all over the place. I needed time to film, I needed time to do schooling, I needed to make sure and have time for travel, because I go to school 2 hours away from where I live. I went to work an hour from where I went to school. So yeah, so everything needed to be timed out on a schedule, and if you personally don't think you can do it, try it. If you have to focus on working, make that money, then worry about, on your off days, worry about YouTube and filming and doing stuff like that. Worry about what's important first, which is school, and what's secondly important, like getting a job and being able to pay for your school. So those are my tips for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this wasn't too much rambling, and I hope you guys enjoyed my advice. Stay tuned, and I will see you guys next week in a new video. Bye guys! So, hello Maya. Budget your budget, what am I saying?